Welcome everyone to the 49th Eufaula Pilgrimage. My name is Doug Winkleblack on behalf of the Eufaula Heritage Association. We're happy to see you here today. I want to especially thank all the homeowners that make the Eufaula Pilgrimage possible. We can't thank you enough for opening your homes over these next 3 days. And also the several hundred volunteers that so kindly give of their time to put this event off. It takes months and months of preparation, and we really want to thank all of you for doing this. I wanted to recognize a few folks here tonight. Jason Bennett of the Eufaula City Council. Raise your hand, please. And I see Bob Powers just walked up with the Eufaula City Council. And also, please raise your hand if you've ever been a Eufaula Pilgrimage Chairman before. I know there's several of you in the audience. We thank you for coming tonight. Great to see y'all. Now we're going to have the presentation of colors by the EHS Color ROTC.
Gary, colors. Forward, march, left, 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 right, fully guard, off. Reset, colors.
Thank you, EHS, ROTC, and thank you to the Lakeside Singers, led by Ronnie Marshall. Great job. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our Pilgrimage Court. These young ladies give a lot of their time, and they are all very talented. Anteria Ellaby. Sarah Abney Garrison. Morgan Self. Megan Toller. Ashley Withrow. Mary Linda Spivey, who cannot attend today, is also in the court. The recipient of our $500 scholarship given by Kathy and Gary Garrison is Sarah Odom. And the recipient of our $500 scholarship given by Anne Marie Honan is Janae Turner. Thank you, ladies. Now I'd like to introduce Richard Hutto, is the president of the Eufaula Chamber of Commerce. He wants to say a few words.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Eufaula Marlborough County Chamber of Commerce, please accept our welcome to the city of Eufaula and to the 2014 pilgrimage. Now in its 49th year, the pilgrimage is the signature tourism event for the city of Eufaula, responsible for bringing thousands to visit our city every year, as well as contributing well over $1 million annually to the local economy. So while you're here, take the opportunity to stay in a hotel, grab a meal at one of our local restaurants. Again, welcome to Eufaula.
Thank you, Richard. Next, I'd like to introduce our mayor, the Honorable Jack Tibbs.
Thank you, Doug. Good afternoon. On behalf of the city of Eufaula, welcome to the 49th annual Eufaula pilgrimage. I would like to give a special welcome to our out-of-town visitors that we have this year. I would also like to thank our host, the Eufaula Heritage Association, and all their many volunteers, and this year's chairperson, Ms. Meryl Dillon, as well as many businesses who have contributed to make this a great event. I want to give a special thanks to our city horticulture department, our public works, our police department. The town looks great. The timing is perfect because all the blooms are in bloom. So I hope all the visitors and everyone gets to enjoy how well our town looks. We're very proud of our history, our heritage, and especially our hospitality, and we hope you experience all that Eufaula has to offer. Have a wonderful visit. Please come back as often as you can, and when all the fun is over, please have a safe trip home. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. And now I'd like to introduce our pilgrimage chairman this year, Meryl Dillon. She has done a fantastic job getting prepped, and she has a lot of good things to talk about.
Thank you so much for coming today to be a part of the 49th Pilgrimage opening ceremony. It has been a privilege for me to serve as chairman this year. Sometimes people shy away from taking this chairmanship because of the amount of work involved, but I have found the work to be a pleasure because of all of the outstanding Eufaulians who step up to make this weekend happen. First and foremost are those who open their homes to the pilgrims. A sincere thank you to Kathy Motley, Dee and Jason Bennett, Trina and Jonathan Sears, Connie and Frankie Garrison, Sandra Gullidge, Deborah Casey and Brian Hill, Mike and Cynthia Davis, Mary and Doug Winkleblack, Shirley and Dale Pass, and Young Johnston. Opening a home is an expensive task that involves more work than any chairmanship ever could. Yet these wonderful people are willing to put themselves out for the sole purpose of raising money to staff and operate the Shorter Mansion. Without these willing homeowners, there would be no pilgrimage. So when you see one of them, please express your thanks. I have fantastic committee chairmen this year, and they have made my job a breeze. Sherry Harrison and Ellen Dewberry are the overall House chairmen. I'm eternally indebted to them for the more than outstanding job they have done. Their responsibilities are huge, from getting individual House chairmen to helping the Coast Guard put up the pilgrimage signs all over town. Our garden tours are chaired by Jean Lepore. Jean is actually a snowbird who stays in Eufaula in the spring just long enough to work with the pilgrimage. Thank you, Jean. Amy Raspberry chairs the ticket office, so when you go there to get your tickets, thank her for the beautiful ambiance that will welcome our visitors. Our pilgrimage court was chaired by Jana and Haley Clakus. We had a wonderful court presentation and reception in March. The beautiful young women that you see here will be all around town all weekend wearing their period dresses, and they've all participated in the pilgrimage court. Thank you, Jana and Haley and all of the girls. Cynthia Lee and Benita Gilly are our accounting chairmen. What an important job they have. They will work tirelessly behind the scenes, keeping all of our finances in order. Thank you, ladies. Gail and Walter Gary are chairing the art show. They have worked diligently to bring in wonderful artists who line North Randolph. Please visit our artist and consider purchasing an original work of art this year. Gail Sparks is Playbill chairman. The Playbill is one of the things of which I am most proud. We made major changes this year to make the Playbill more user-friendly. Thank you, Gail. Go by the ticket office or right here at the mansion to pick up your playbill. Elizabeth Gray served as publicity chairman. I've heard so many positive comments about our widespread publicity. Thank you, Elizabeth, and a special thanks to all the folks at the Eufaula Tribune who have given the pilgrimage fantastic coverage this year, to all of our Facebook and Twitter friends who have shared our event all over the internet, and to Tom Watts, who keeps our website up to date. Elizabeth, along with many of the other committee chairmen, jumped in as first-time chairs this year. But that never even slowed them down. They went right to work and got the job done. One chairman who is not new to the pilgrimage is Ann White. Ann chairs our tour groups and period musicians, but she does so much more than that. Thank you so much, Anne, for your tireless devotion to our pilgrimage. I have been amazed at and inspired by all the people who work behind the scenes doing jobs that no one even knows about, but without whom the pilgrimage just wouldn't happen. The street department, the horticulture department, the police department, the Coast Guard, volunteers who prepare food and fetch and tote for weeks and weeks before the event. There are just too many to name, literally 300 to 500 volunteers work in some capacity before, during, or after the pilgrimage. I have a couple of volunteers that I need to single out with a special thank you. Alan White, who does everything from our photography to setting up the credit card machine at the ticket office, and Ann Schaefer, who decorates, runs errands, and is just always there to do whatever needs doing. Thank you so very much, Ann and Alan. Thank you to our Pilgrimage Advisory Council, Amy Raspberry, Ann Schaefer, Ann Smith, Kathy Motley, and Sally Garrison. Last August, we started working with this group to help us make decisions about major changes we were making this year. Our division chairs, Ann White, Linda Perdue, Janie White, Betty Spurlock, and Pam Sneed, work closely with me to make sure that all committee chairmen have what they need to do their jobs. Thank you, ladies. The Eufaula Heritage Association Board of Directors, headed by Doug Winkleblack, supports and works with us in numerous ways. Whenever we have a problem, we just pick up the phone and Doug is right there to help. Thank you. Richard Hutto, the Alabama Power Company, and corporate sponsors American Buildings, the Eufaula Agency, Farmers Exchange Bank, Eufaula Barber Chamber of Commerce, the Eufaula Tribune, Keystone Foods, Medical Center Barber, Young Johnston and Associates, Trustmark, and Mid-South Bank have done an absolutely amazing job in sponsoring our Three on a String concert. The Three on a String will entertain us at 6:30 this evening at the City Auditorium. We deeply appreciate Richard and all of our corporate sponsors for their overwhelming generosity. My daughter and her husband, Reagan and Brad Kane, are sponsoring our special guest, James Farmer, who will have two wonderful presentations on Saturday at 12:30 at the Country Club and at 4 o'clock here at the Pavilion. Thank you to Reagan and Brad and to all my family who have supported me 100% as Pilgrimage Chairman. Thank you to other special events chairs, Sylvia and Yamadou Acosta for Tales of the Tomb, Adam Traylor and Carolyn Wiggins for our local musicians, Linda Perdue for our teas, Kathy and Denny Holland, brunch chairman, Ann Schaefer for our afternoon in the garden with James Farmer, and Bruce and Mary Ellen Mathias for revitalizing our antique car show. I have found this year one of the best kept secrets in Eufaula, and that is Pam Sneed and her assistant Janie White. Pam is too amazing for words. She is literally at the mansion all the time, and when she's not, she's working from home. Not just during the pilgrimage, but all the time. She never ever stops promoting Eufaula, the Shorter Mansion, and all the events that go on here. She is a treasure, and I hope the Heritage Association appreciates what they have in this very talented lady. Thank you, Pam, for leading me through the pilgrimage with patience, energy, and optimism. Now let me introduce the person who will lead next year's pilgrimage, the chairman of the 50th Eufaula Pilgrimage, Miss Amy Raspberry. Here she is. She has a huge job, and I know you will all support her. So rain or shine, we officially begin the 49th Eufaula Pilgrimage right now. Be here, be visible, participate, and support your community. To really kick off this pilgrimage, let me introduce Miss Hilda Sexton. In November 1946, new bride Hilda Chang Sexton boarded the USS Lejeune with her new husband, Robert. They had met in Shanghai, China when he was stationed with the American Red Cross. They arrived in San Francisco 3 weeks and 13,000 miles later, with Hilda being seasick from the moment the ship sailed. Over the next 24 years, Robert's job assignment took the family the width of the country from New York to Georgia, in all 27 different moves in 24 years. At one point, Hilda decided it made no sense to keep packing and unpacking. Instead, they would just live in a trailer and take their home with them when Robert was assigned a new job. In 1970, the family arrived in Eufaula. In Hilda's words, when we arrived in Eufaula, we drove right through North Eufaula Avenue. I had never seen so much beauty in my life. We were entering into an enchanting forest surrounded by white dogwoods. We are looking at the place where we belong. Ms. Hilda has been a part of our community ever since, serving first as secretary and bookkeeper for Shorter Mansion, and then as director for 18 years. Hilda, along with Bonnie Strang, chaired the very first Eufaula pilgrimage. Hilda remains a strong presence in our community, and we are so very fortunate that she liked us from the very start and decided to stay in Eufaula. Ms. Hilda? Hilda's going to cut the ribbon for the pilgrimage this year, and she has a few words she would like to share. I can get that out for me.
Hi, okay, can you hear me? Hi everybody, and I love to see you, everybody's here, make me so happy. And I want to tell you, I've been here for how many pilgrimages? I think it's a 44. every pilgrimage is different, and every year is grow and grow and grow, and I'm so proud to be from. And right now, my job is to cut the ribbon. So I want you to say, long live Eufaula Pilgrimage.
She said, long live Eufaula Pilgrimage, if you didn't hear her. Miss Hilda? Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy your weekend. Be visible, be out, support your community. Thank you.